Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Tovia. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make classic Peruvian Lomo Saltado my way. You'll be able to find all the ingredients you'll need for today's recipe in the description box below. Please subscribe to my channel with notifications so you know when I upload on Mondays and Thursdays at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Please follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So for this recipe, I'm using the flat iron beef chuck steak. And I'm gonna use half a pound. So cut it in half. And have a pound of that steak. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice it in half. And then I'm gonna slice it into thin strips. Try to slice it as thin as you can. They're about quarter-inch thick, and that's what we want. So now I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to put this in a bowl. So to this steak, I'm going to add some chili powder, and then I have here some coarse ground black pepper or restaurant style black pepper, just a little bit. I'm not going to add the salt because we don't want to draw all the moisture. I'm going to massage that in, and I'm going to set this to one side and let this sit for about 15 minutes. It's already at room temp, but I just wanted to give it time to let those two little simple flavors absorb. So I have my paring knife and I have an onion here that I'm just going to remove the peeling off of. The paring knife just makes it so much easier to get small tasks like that accomplished. I'm going to take my paring knife and I'm going to cut away the center of my bell pepper here. This is where the little seed pod is. It should come out fairly easy. Then I'm going to slice everything the way I want it to be sliced. Let's just take my knife and slice it in half. And then we're just going to do thin strips. Okay, for the onion, I'm just going to slice that in half. Just go down along the sides here. I'm going to slice it along the sides here. So now what I'm going to do is cut off the end of the banana plantain here. And I'm using my paring knife, and I'm just going to go down the sides with my paring knife. And so when you go down and slice the peeling on the side in sections, it just makes it easier to peel. Now I prefer using the banana plantain when it's green because it's a little less sweeter. And what I'm going to do is just take my paring knife and I'm just going to go straight down the center of this banana plantain. Okay, so we're going to go down the center here. So after we cut it in half, I think I'm going to slice it in half one more time. You slice it along to make like julienne strips. If your piece is a little too long, just cut it in half. We want them to kind of resemble French fries. So now I'm going to put my cast iron pan here on high heat. We're going to move over to turn my oil down because I have heat on high. This is a few tablespoons of vegetable oil that I added to my skillet here. We're just going to pan fry it. It doesn't matter if they're not perfect in size, but just sort of resemble a French fry shape. Now I have the pan here on about medium-high heat, and I'm just going to kind of stir fry them. So I'm going to toss it a few times, let it cook. I'm going to toss it again. And make sure all the outside is being cooked. So this process will take about 3 minutes for these banana plantains to cook. Okay, so this is browned beautifully. So I'm just going to use my slotted spoon here to remove all the banana plantain strips out that we cooked. There's about 2.5 tablespoons of oil left in the pan. This is what we want. But I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil. Of course, because this is the Asian fusion. This is a Peruvian Asian fusion mix here. So, this is nice and hot. I'm working on the highest heat. And I'm going to add to this my steak. Don't overcrowd your pan. So this is the steak strips here that we sliced earlier. And we allow it to stay at room temp. And now we're going to stir fry this beef for about 3 to 4 minutes. Just until everything is golden brown. Keep it on high. We're going to keep everything moving around. So once all this is nice and golden brown on the outside, we'll be back. But work on high heat the entire time. Start frying constantly. Okay, so this is browned beautifully. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this. Have some kosher salt. Give everything a nice. Then I'm going to take my steak here out of the pan and set it to one side. So the first thing I'm going to add here is my peppers. If you need to add more oil to your pan, please do so. I'm going to add a little bit more sesame oil because it needs it. We're going to stir fry these peppers for about 1 minute. Just until they begin to get a bit tender. So now to this cooked peppers, I'm going to add my onions. And my peppers are pretty much tender as I want them to be. I'm going to keep stir frying. I'm going to turn the heat down a bit. Okay, so the onions has begun to cook down a bit. So I'm going to add my garlic. Just gonna stir fry this just for a few seconds. And then I'm gonna add some soy sauce. I'm gonna add some rice vinegar, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna give everything a mix here. And then I'm gonna add a few more things. So I'm using a medley of tomatoes. They're different colors, yellow, small tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is just cut a few of them up and throw that in there. You cut it however you desire. And this is such a beautiful, refreshing dish to have during the spring, summer months. It doesn't take long to prepare at all. It's absolutely satisfying. I'm going to add my beef back to this. I'm going to give this a toss. Just so we can see how beautiful and colorful this is. And finally, we're going to add the banana plantain. I'm going to add it on top. And then for the garnish, I'm going to add just a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes on top. Now if you want to add this in the recipe, you can, but I like to add it on top. So, and garnish with some scallions. So here it is, the Lomo Saltado. I made it my way. So let's go ahead and dig in. And of course you can spoon some of the juices that was in the pan on top, but I'll just mix it together. So you get some of the steak and the banana, plantain, tomato. Let's give this a go. It smells so wonderful. Absolutely phenomenal. Steak is nice and tender. Everything is so flavorful. Perfect with the jasmine rice. The banana plantain is a perfect substitution if you don't want to use french fries. Please try this recipe. Enjoy it. Add it to your playlist. Give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for new uploads on Mondays and Thursdays at midnight Eastern time. Huge shout out to all my subscribers, and thank you to everyone who has purchased items from my Amazon wish list. I have some more recipes coming because I got new items that were very much needed. Thank you all, my YouTube subscribers. Huge shout out to Dow Strong for the beautiful knives. They cut perfectly. You can find all their information in the description box. Please remember to live and be well. Let's do what we can to come together and love one another.